Isolation, deprivation, one with the sea. Insulation, destitution, no senses left to feel. Inspiration, retardation, release reality, incubation, preparation, there's no mystery. single time she makes me see. Every single moment that she's mine. It doesn't matter how much time we get to share, as long as the time we do have shows that we care. Every little move just makes me smile. Every single moment she is free. Every time I wonder for a while. Every single time she's close to me. It doesn't matter how much time we get to share, as long as the time we do have shows that we care. Every little move she makes for me. Every little thing she does is fine. Every single time she makes me see. Every single moment that she's mine. It doesn't matter how much time we get to share, as long as the time.
Hey, look at that camera. Always upgrading. How's it going? Welcome. 1 second while I just get this game loaded up. There we go. How's that? Cool. So I don't know if it is much of an upgrade having my face on the screen, but a lot of people have been saying you need to get a cam, you need to get a cam. So I'm trying it out. And see how it goes. See how it goes. Look at this as well. 22 followers. And still loads of time to go. Nearly halfway there with the 50 followers, so that's awesome. I only really started doing this for a bit of fun, so it's nice to start to creep up and stuff. So awesome. Let's restore the game. See where we are. So the only thing I can really remember from the last stream is this goat. So that was brilliant. Feeding the goat. Can you do it again? The recap. Was it the call? Dog biscuit. Something like that. I can't remember. Maybe it only works once. Well, that was good. I enjoyed that. We've only just got here. The Corremonte. We've spoken to a few people outside. We met Dwayne and Mrs. Dwayne, whatever she's called. And yeah, Dwayne's over here in the truck working for the CIA. And we've come here to investigate this
It was
stone.
the black obsidian stone which had been sent to Nico. One side bore a grotesque image of a dog's head. The other was blank.
So there you go. Got that. And so let's go into the wood. Just start clicking around and see
Hey,
what's
Nico.
what.
have done just as I have been instructed, Professor. With the mine closed down,
Hey, yo,
there will be
MFG.
no one
How's it
around
going?
to observe your excavations. Ah, I have visitors.
Just remember what I told you, General. There's really no need to make a martyr out of that man.
I'm sorry to keep you waiting, Senor. Welcome to Quarmonte.
Thanks. My name's George Stobart from California.
But what
It
is
is.
this? An angel come down to earth.
Seems creepy.
Nicole Collard.
Like his
Enchanté,
teeth.
mon général.
Pardon me, senorita, but I couldn't help myself.
Look, we'd like to ask you a few questions.
You've come to the right place, senor. Tourist information. General Graciento, at your service.
Don't like the sound of him. Seems a bit... Got lots to talk about here.
This is the tourist office? It says police on the sign outside.
It is both, senor. I am a man of many parts.
I can see that, General.
Have you heard of a guy called Karzak?
No? No, I
Them
never
teeth.
heard of
Brilliant, the teeth, Bit jealous. Mine aren't as good as his.
I hear there was an accident at the mine a few months ago.
That's correct.
A lot of men killed, weren't there?
A few.
30?
Barely 1% of the working population.
Is it true there's a restriction on music in Quarmonte?
Yes, there is.
That is
An emergency
atrocious.
measure introduced by Nuestra Senora.
Folk music is a link with the past for some of these people. Take away their musical roots and what do they got left?
Easy listening.
You think easy listening could replace a musical heritage hundreds of years old?
Why not? It happened in your country.
Are there any ruins around the city?
Of course, senor. Quarmonte has everything.
I have a friend who wants to visit an historical site.
Ronaldo will only be too pleased to conduct a guided tour. When he's dealt with today's paperwork, of course.
Did I enjoy Fall Guys? I love and hate that game. I've never been so angry and so happy about a game all at once. It's brilliant. It's a brilliant game. And I do recommend it. It's a great party game. But it is infuriating at the same time. But yeah, it was good. I think I'll probably play more of it, stream more of it. I want to get better at it first though. Have you played it? Sorry, I forgot to. I normally share this feed on the Broken Sword Facebook page, and I'm just going to do that now. Boop. Go. Oh, really? Oh yeah, so let's carry on with this.
Who was the guy you were talking to when we arrived?
Professor Oubier, a visitor, senor, like yourselves.
Did you say Oubier?
Si, senor. Professor Oubier, a French archaeologist.
Yeah, it's great fun. I got it really because it was free. I'm on PlayStation Plus, so it was free. I thought, why not?
What's
I don't know if
Oubier
I'd
doing
pay
in
£15
Quarmonte?
for it on Steam.
Researching our rich and glorious past, senor.
But
The professor is
I'll get the free
planning
one.
an expedition to some Mayan ruins. He came to see me to get an excavation permit.
Would you like a biscuit?
Are you trying to bribe me?
Well, every man has his price.
Mine is more than a dog cookie, Senor Stobart.
Have you ever seen anything
Don't
like
show him
this
that.
before?
That's a native carving, isn't it? Where did you get it?
We picked it up in the market as a souvenir.
Yeah, look at these panties.
What do you think of these panties, General?
Oh boy, fabulous!
Wow.
They're yours if you'll tell me all you know about Karzak.
I told you, I never heard of the guy. Do I get the panties now? I told you all I know.
You told me nothing. Take a look at this label.
Si, senor. Condor Transglobal.
Can you tell me where to find their offices?
No, senor. I never heard of them, and neither did Ronaldo.
Are you sure you never heard of Condor?
Oh, yes.
The company is registered here in Quaramonte City.
You are mistaken, senorita.
The musicians out in the square say that a ship flying the Condor flag was berthed here.
They are simple peasants. They will go along with anything you say in the hopes of parting you from your money.
Condor is run by Karzak, isn't it?
Wrong again, senor. Karzak has nothing to do with anything called Condor, whoever he is.
Do you keep a record of companies registered in Quaramonte?
Of course, senorita. Unfortunately, all the records were destroyed by a flash.
We get to
flood.
break out of this prison in a minute.
Do you know anything about
It's
the
good fun.
forthcoming eclipse, General?
Such things
To rip
do
the
not
wall
interest
off.
me, senor.
I'll be back.
Who's this? Ronaldo.
Hi, I'm George Stobart.
Hello, senor. How can I help you?
Are there any ancient pyramids
Alright.
near Quaramonte?
Si, senor. But it's not very impressive. It's in ruins.
That's perfect. Would you be willing to give a guided tour of the ruins?
I can't. The General would have a fit if I left all this paperwork.
Have a cookie.
Would you like a gourmet dog snack biscuit?
I would love one, senor. But I would have a problem with my teeth.
Toothache?
No, senor. If the General catches me eating on duty, he'll knock them out.
Not a very nice guy.
Do you recognize this statue?
Tezcatlipoca. The night wind. Take it away, senor. That stone is cursed.
You know anything about this eclipse?
No, senor. El General keeps me in the dark about most things.
So long.
Doesn't let you look at it, does he? You have to get him out of the way.
Senor. Leave that child alone.
I wasn't going to try investigating the passage while the General was sat there.
Again? Maybe? Then we'll head outside, probably.
Do you have a map of Quaramonte?
A map? I'm sorry, senor, but I don't.
47
about the one
General,
on the
you don't even have a map.
Ah, that is an archaeological survey map, senor. Not suitable for tourists.
I'll be back.
We will be back. How'd you get out of here? Oh, dramatic. Maybe she can help.
Why did you show him the stone?
I thought maybe he might know something about it.
Well, he does now, for sure. He knows we
I
have
know,
it.
George. Why did I do that?
Did you notice that chart on the police station wall?
Yes, it looked like a map to me, but I couldn't make out the details.
Whatever it was, the General didn't want us to see it. You came on a little strong with the General.
I was merely
Ooh.
flattering his ego, Georges. Every man has his Achilles heel.
Maybe.
Jealous now.
But that guy's weakness isn't in his foot. Labano tells me he's been seeing a lot of you.
We meet sometimes for lunch, a drink. After you'd gone back to the States, I was pretty lonely, you know.
Lonely? You must have been desperate. Couldn't you just visit the zoo or something? That man we saw talking to the General was Oubier. Didn't you recognize him?
I never met him, remember? The guy I called in Paris claimed to be
Getting tense between
but
these
he
two,
sounded
isn't it?
Nothing like the man in the police station. Maybe the professor really is innocent.
Nah. It's too much of a coincidence that he's here in Quaramonte. Would you like a biscuit?
Calm down,
Gourmet
Nico. Have a dog
Have
biscuit.
you been eating those things, Georges?
Sure, they're great. Guess what this is? Go on, guess.
It's wrought iron, probably from a chimney stack on an old stove.
Well,
Huh.
I suppose it could be. How did she know that?
My grandfather used to work in a foundry.
Take a look at this, Nico.
That's
Croissant.
disgusting, George. Why are you carrying it around with you?
I don't know. I just can't seem to part with it. Take a look at this.
An eclipse of the sun. Why the sudden interest in astronomy?
I found the cutting in Ubier's house.
Apparently, it's only visible from Central America.
Take a look at this.
Mon Dieu! Where did you get that kind of money?
It's not mine. I found that statement at Ubier's house.
Right.
Do you have
Exhaust
any
all these
theories about the
options.
stone?
I think that design represents a dog, a Mexican dog.
So, this is the sacred Chihuahua stone? Sheesh.
Yeah.
Have you met the guy who calls himself the General?
No, I haven't. Is he a real general?
I guess so. He wears a lot of medals on his chest. The wrong side of his chest. At least for any army I'd ever seen.
Ooh.
I hear you drove all the way to Quaramonte. In a truck.
That's right. You would not believe the state of some of those roads. It makes me downright sad to think there's still some places you can't reach in an automobile. In this day and age, you'd think there'd be decent highways just about anywhere folk choose to go.
Did you know that the truck was full of explosives?
Whatever gave you that idea, as if I couldn't guess?
Your husband. He was exaggerating, wasn't he?
Sometimes I wonder how I'm gonna cope with Dwayne's over-fertile imagination.
Catch you later, Pearl.
I read something. It was sort of like an interesting theory, like a fan theory, that Dwayne does in fact work for the CIA and actually investigating George and Pearl as well. Like they both work for the CIA and they're investigating George and the other people and like him and things like that. But George is all tied into it and stuff. And all along they've always sort of just been looking out for him and as well at the same time. I thought that is interesting.
Professor Ubier?
Yes? Who are you?
My name is Stobart. George Stobart.
He wasn't here before, so that's good.
Does the name Karzak mean anything to you?
Yes, I know him. In fact, if it wasn't for Kazak, I wouldn't be here.
What?
He's financing my expedition.
Oh.
Tell me about your wife, Professor.
Please, I don't want to talk about her.
Maybe you don't, but I do. Why was she known as the Little Dachshund?
It was just a silly pet name I used to call her. Somehow some damned reporter found out.
What do you know about my girlfriend's abduction?
I don't know what you're talking about.
She was invited to your mansion in Paris.
Not by me, she wasn't. I haven't been home for nearly 7 months.
Have you ever employed a Central American butler or servant?
I've never employed any kind of servant, monsieur.
Would you like a biscuit?
No, thank you.
You should, they're good. I can't get enough of these things. Can you tell me anything about this stone?
Where did you get that?
That's my business.
Biscuits is like the handshaker all over again.
It's not for sale.
Ask everyone, take the biscuits. Biscuit. Eat a biscuit.
Can you identify this statue, Professor?
Oh, yes. Tezcatlipoca, the Lord of Darkness.
A Central American god, right?
A supreme
Yeah, true. I'm not
deity.
sure if it was necessary if George was the target, but
Tezcatlipoca
rather
means
George was there anyway,
smoking
and
mirror, there.
so he just gets tied into it
shield in his left
as
hand.
well.
To
So
my
they start investigating him and following him around from sort of Broken Sword 1 and Broken Sword 2, I guess.
He was the wind
And
which
and
came
um,
howling in the night in
and
search
then
of
if they
victims.
appear later on in the
Victims
series
they
and stuff,
gave him by the thousand.
I'm not sure.
Human
Do they?
sacrifices?
I think they're in. Did you say they were in 4?
Children, animals, anything that bled. The steps of his temple
But yeah,
ran
so he
red
basically
with
he's
the
not
blood
the initial target, but he just gets tied up in it all, and then they start to target him as a result of
I
that.
hope I'm not around to see it.
And also like him as well at the same time. It's sort of like a love-hate relationship, if that's the right term. I don't know if it is. Like they are
You see this
investigating him,
label?
but they want to help him as well.
Yes,
double agents,
refers
if you
to a
like, triple
company named
agents,
Condor.
whatever.
What of it?
I traced that company here to Quaramonte. Do you know where I can find the offices of Condor Transglobal?
The company no longer exists. They went bankrupt recently.
I have proof that you are directly involved with Condor.
I used them as shippers to transport artifacts to a gallery in Paris. Beyond that, I have no connection with the company, which, as I said, no longer exists.
Do you know anything about this eclipse, Professor?
Of course. It's not the reason I'm here in Quaramonte, but I'm looking forward to seeing it all the same.
What's your interest in the eclipse, Professor?
Oh, it's purely a layman's curiosity. History is my subject, not astronomy. But I've been fascinated by the movements of the heavenly bodies since I was a child. I wouldn't miss a total eclipse for the world.
Does the eclipse have some special significance for you?
For me? No. For the ancient Mayans, it marked the end of the Fifth Age.
Perhaps we should be celebrating.
Ah, no. The end of each age heralds destruction.
Phil, he's not in
on a
Broken Sword
global
3, but
scale.
he's
The fifth
4.
is the final age,
Well,
ending
and
in
5
the
and
total destruction of the Earth.
there was a 6, right? Or is there has to be? Yeah,
Take
there
look
is a
at this,
6 coming.
Professor. What have you got to say about that?
Where did
Cool.
you get this?
Never mind that. How do you explain these
But no, I like
withdrawals,
little fan
Left
theories
my
like that. It was
financial
just
affairs in
interesting
the
to
hands
talk
of my
talk
secretary.
about
including the
on this Broken
withdrawal
Sword
of
Facebook
funds
page.
in
It was
cash from your personal account?
it's a nice theory, I
Almost
thought.
implicitly.
And why Marseille? Why the
There was
very
also an
place my girlfriend was
interesting
taken?
article
That's
someone put
obvious,
on
We are both the
the
victims of the same
top
devious
characters
plot.
they thought should
What
get spin-off
plot?
series.
I have
That would
no
be
idea.
interesting to look further into. A good one. I can't remember
I had
what the
nothing
top
else to
ones
ask
were,
him
to be
just
honest,
then.
but some good ones. Like Tatlipoco, like his story or something
Do you
like
think
that,
the
or
general was involved with Condor?
Hell no. And if he's a
even
general,
Professor
I'm a Buddhist. No,
Ubia.
that fella's just a mouthpiece for the real power in Quaramonte.
Khan as well.
So
Like
the
a spin-off,
general
like
is
looking
nothing but a
of
puppet?
his life, going
Pinocchio
like
before he
doing
met the
Broken Sword
blue-ridden
1 again,
Sparrow.
but from the perspective
Strictly
of Khan.
strings and wood.
Who's pulling the strings?
His mother.
Did you know that traditional music is illegal in Caramonte?
Is that so? Seems reasonable to me.
No, really. The leader of the band in the square has been imprisoned just because of the music he played.
I don't know who you've been talking to, but that fella, Miguel, he's an agitator.
What's the real reason the musician was imprisoned?
Handed out subversive
Yeah,
literature
and also
at
the
mines.
I can't
That
remember the names.
so-called
You probably know
general was waiting
better than
for
me,
Miguel when he
actually.
got back into
The
town.
in this game,
Marched
the
him off
Pirate
to
House,
jail on
those
gunpoint
that
on a
lineage
charge of
there,
inciting
that
a riot.
follow looking into that would be a cool game too, maybe. Okay, so have we exhausted options here?
I had nothing else to ask him just then.
Cool. Guy over here as well, isn't there? You can talk to him. Talk to him.
Did you see the ship with the Condor flag?
No.
But the dock is just the other side of the square.
Might as well be the other side of the moon. I can't walk. Lost my legs in the explosion at the mine.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about the mining company?
They treated me pretty fair. I received compensation for the accident.
Why don't you want the general at your party?
Yeah,
Because
catch.
if he comes, he'll bring those damned music albums from the 70s.
The only building I think we haven't been in yet is the dig site place. The Adventures of Inspector Moo would be pretty funny, I think. As well, that's a good one.
Hey, Nico!
Hola, señora.
Hi. We were wondering.
I was talking to the lady, Chico.
Alright, alright.
Hi, my name is Nicole Collard.
Concha Garcia. How can I help you, sister?
The corporation I represent is considering
We're not
a
a sister,
major
so we can't talk
investment
to
in
her.
Quaramonte. Your advice, as the head of an obviously successful concern, is precisely what I'm after. My assistant, Mr. Stobart, has a few questions he'd like to ask you.
Ah!
Have you heard of a man named Karzak?
No? Who is he?
He's the reason we came to Quaramonte. We think he's running a drug ring.
Well, I hope you find him, but I've never heard the name before.
Can you tell me about the accident at the mine?
Accident?
He gets
was
demoted back to sergeant.
sabotage.
Oh dear.
Somebody wanted my mine closed down for good.
Do you have any evidence that the mine was sabotaged?
Not yet, but I'll get to the bottom of it. There'd been trouble.
There was
at that
quite,
mine for
most of the
several
characters
months.
were mentioned
The
from like
workforce
4 and
was
5,
getting smaller
and I
every
think
day.
a couple for 3,
Someone
which I'm
had
not that
started a
familiar with, so I
rumor
can't
that the
remember. I
men
can't
that the
remember
mine
them.
was
But
cursed.
if
Now
I'll
the
find it,
entire
I'll post it
operation has been
on my
closed down.
group,
Where's the site of the
on my
mine?
Facebook group, on the
Several
event
days
page,
up
the Broken Sword
river
event
in a
page. If I
remote
find this
area
article,
known as
I'll post
El
it because
Huilco.
it was good. It was interesting to read.
Do you know
In fact,
Professor
it's a
Ubier?
nice discussion
Yes.
as well.
I understand he is about to embark on an archaeological expedition. He hired some equipment from me earlier today.
I overheard him talking to the general. I think they're working together.
What? If I'd known that, I wouldn't have hired out the equipment. Now, why would the general be interested in an archaeologist?
The music's really good in this as well. I'm really
Would you
enjoying
like
the
a
music.
dog biscuit?
Would you like a smack in the mouth, Chico?
Does this stone mean anything to you?
I think it is a spirit stone carved by a Mayan priest, no? I don't know which of their many gods it represents.
Can
Get
you
through
tell
these
me anything about
options.
this statue?
It is Tezcatlipoca, the god of death and
I just want to get to
pestilence.
the
That
course,
fetish
the
would be
beach bit
considered by
with the
many to be a
house, the
bad
pirate
omen.
house and stuff. That's my favourite part, I think. And doing
Do you
the
recognize the
movie.
icon on this
I wanted the
thing?
movie.
Condor Transglobal.
Did the company operate here in Quaramonte?
It did, yeah. Emily
Yes, they
Ketch.
ran
It
an
did,
old
yeah.
container ship, the Mayan princess.
Do you know who owned Condor Transglobal?
I've no idea.
You see this? It's my lucky piece of coal.
What's so lucky about it?
I'm not sure yet.
Nice. What is that?
Nice buns.
Well,
Have you heard about the forthcoming eclipse?
I don't take much interest in things like
as you
that.
do.
One of the boys might know about it.
Would you be interested in these panties? They look about your size.
Is that your best line, Chico?
I'm serious. They were an unwanted gift.
Put them away before you get overexcited.
Okay. That
I
all we
had
can
nothing else to
yeah,
talk about.
alright. Well, let's talk to you. What? Why? No. You. Don't they? Oh, let's go. Annoying. I'll come back here. There we go.
Hi, good afternoon, and welcome to Consolidated Mining. If you are planning to stay in Quaramonte City, may I recommend the Consolidated Mining Experience, an interactive hands-on tour of one of our deepest mines, with talking tour guides available in 3 different languages. A tour of a mine. Well, this is a mining company. What else did you expect?
Do you know anything about the eclipse that's due soon?
Me? No, senor.
Do you know where I could find Senor Karzak?
No, senor.
How come
Helpful.
you're not wearing any pants?
Good
I
question.
feel more alert without them. Kind of perky.
And your boss doesn't mind?
She suggested it.
Haha. We talk to these.
Ever hear of a guy called Karzak?
No, sir.
Didn't realise the truth about him until I read it on the Revolution forums. Replay and all meant. Well, what is the truth? I'm not sure.
Did you
No,
know
I
there's
don't
an
say I
eclipse of
don't
the
know
sun
a
in
great
few
deal
weeks'
about
time?
these games.
Yeah, Joe told me about it. He's having a party and we're all invited. Me and the boys are dressing up as evil monks.
Yeah? Cool. Do you know anything about the eclipse?
Yes, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it. I heard it's going to be pretty spectacular.
It's in a few weeks' time, isn't it?
9 days.
Thanks. Ever heard of a guy called Karzak?
No.
You.
Are you looking forward to the eclipse of the sun?
Not especially. Are you?
I don't know.
Okay,
I've
fair
never
enough.
seen
Don't
one.
want to
All I
spoil it.
know about
I'll
eclipses is that you
come
shouldn't
back
try
when
to
I've
view
played
them
that
with the
part.
naked
That's
eye.
okay.
Please. Go away and let me get
I'm
on
on
with
board.
my work.
That.
Ever heard of a guy called Karzak?
Can't you see I'm busy? If I don't finish this stock report, the boss will be mad as hell.
You're not as perky as those two. Oh, talk to Nico again.
There was nothing else I wanted to talk to Nico about at that time.
Alright then. I like these guys.
Tell me about the general. You know, the guy in charge around here.
Thank God that typing has
about
stopped.
using
But in
No
the
idiot.
in there.
Only that old goat.
In Quaramonte, we have a saying. Don't tell your old goat what you don't want your wife to know.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
I had no more to talk to her about. Hey, Nico!
Get in here. Yeah, look at that. It's the first thing you look at, isn't it? Those teeth.
I'd asked him all I'd wanted to for now. I'd like to visit your prisoner.
Condemned prisoners aren't allowed visitors.
Condemned?
To death. He is to be executed.
Oh,
Knowing
damn.
my luck, I will probably have to shoot him myself.
Amnesty International is going to hear about this. I thought Miguel was arrested for playing the wrong kind of music.
Si, senor, he was.
And that carries the death penalty?
No, no, no. You think we're crazy? While being questioned, he confessed to being an anti-government agent.
So long. I had nothing else I wanted to ask him.
So we got to get past him somehow. I guess you just got to talk to a few more people and things.
I'd asked him all I'd wanted to for now.
Let's check everything in here just in case that opens up any options.
I had no need for junk mail, especially someone else's. The safe was undoubtedly locked.
What is that on
It
there?
was a computer monitor with some kind of outdated
That there,
game
that.
displayed
What is
on
that?
it.
What's
I
happening
didn't
there?
have time to get sidetracked by playing computer games. I decided to leave the television switched on.
Power. Best is still here. Gone. Where's he gone?
Did you find any evidence of Condor's drug smuggling operations?
Drugs? Hell no! Condor was a cover for the illegal export of Mayan
Need to
artifacts.
get into that prison.
So who was behind Condor Transglobal?
It was registered in the name of Edan.
Did you get the guy?
I don't think he ever existed. Edan backwards spells Nady, Spanish for nobody.
Is Miguel the reason you're here?
Pretty smart, George. I was supposed to make contact with him. By the time I found him, though, he was in jail. I've been trying to figure out a way to get him out since then.
Sounds good to me. Count me in.
Good man, George. All I need is a
Okay,
detonator.
now we're getting somewhere. The detonator's up in the
How come you brought a truckload of
dig
explosives
site, innit?
but no
Where the
detonator?
typing is.
Call me old-fashioned, but I say packing trunks.
So we might have to endure that again.
I left the packing to Pearl, and I can't find a darn thing. Just hope she remembered to bring my denture polish. I'd sure hate to arrive back in the States with tar on my teeth.
Great. Head back into the I'll try not to be too long. Now that you've pointed it out, that's all I can hear.
Do you have any kind of detonating device in stock?
Sure. They're kept in that cupboard.
I don't suppose you have one spare?
I can't simply give you a device like that, no without a damn good reason.
The General has a chart in his office, which he was discussing with Ubier.
Perhaps that chart will tell us where they're heading.
Maybe, but I can't get anywhere near it while the General and his sidekick are there. I had nothing else to talk about.
Get in there somehow.
I guess a mining company must use explosives, right?
Not in the accounts and ledger section, to my knowledge.
Don't think we're gonna.
Do you know where I could find a detonator?
Sure. The cupboard behind the boss. But she won't let you have it.
I'll use my charm.
This I gotta see.
Can you tell us any more?
I'm looking for a detonator.
Just walk in. I'm looking for a detonator.
I mean, are you qualified to handle those things? I don't know how you can work
Yeah.
with explosives. I'd be too scared of blowing myself up. That's why I work in an office. Mind you, clerical duties are not as safe as you might think. You know those things you use to remove staples? You know, staple removers?
Look, I sympathize, but I've heard enough of this crap.
Well, one more, maybe we can leave. Or we can talk to her again, I don't
Do you
know.
keep detonators in the office?
I don't know. I'm new here. In fact, I started this morning. I don't have a clue what I'm supposed to be doing. Are you familiar with accounting software?
Oh.
Yeah, sure. Which package are you using?
It's called Link. The guy who wrote it must be a lunatic. Every time I save a file, it plays a silly tune, and a little cartoon piglet dances across the display.
So what's the problem?
Well, none, I guess. But it's not what I'd expect from a
was a
professional
nice little
accounting
jingle.
package.
Right, come on, hurry up. Annoying me now.
I had nothing else to talk about.
What did I go in there?
Hey! Stay out of that cupboard.
I had nothing else.
Beneath the Steel Sky reference, cool. Awesome. Yeah, peek at the map, okay. We're gonna do that then.
Do you know where I could buy a detonator?
Did Dwayne put you up to this by any chance?
Huh.
Oh, I get it. This is to detonate the truckload of explosives, right?
Hey, come on, I was kidding. Did you think I was serious?
I know what you boys are like when you get together and make plans. Dwayne says he could solve all the world's problems if he had enough missiles.
Catch you later, Pearl. Hey, Nico!
Okay, let's try and get a peek at this map. Yeah, I could just use a guide. I don't like using a guide. I like to. It's not the. That was not how I played Broken Sword. You try and do it yourself, don't you? I'm just trying to remember. I can remember things. Some
The
things I
filing
can't.
cabinet was probably locked.
Let me have a look at your map.
I'd asked him all I'd wanted to for now.
Senor,
Sorry, I forgot.
You can use a charm. Ask her to use a charm.
There was nothing else I
What?
wanted to talk to Nico about at that time. I had nothing else I wanted to ask him. He would have no interest. I'll be back. He would have no interest. I'll be back.
Right.
I wasn't going to try investigating the past.
Oh, maybe I can talk. I haven't looked. There's something over here I haven't looked at. Might do nothing. I don't know. Can I talk to him through the window?
The cell was vacant. There was a forlorn-looking guy asleep on the floor of the jail. It was Miguel, the pipe player. Hey, Miguel! He didn't hear me.
Maybe chuck something in. Use every item on this now. Probably not. I don't. I'm not confident.
I had nothing else to ask.
What? Out through the thing.
There was a forlorn-looking guy asleep. It was Miguel.
Chuck the panties in there. See if there's anyone else. This guy over here with the thing might know something. I don't know. Just talk to everyone and stuff.
Could you distract the general while I took a look at that chart?
You're kidding.
Oh, there
Did
we
you
are.
see the way he was leering at me?
Yeah, you'd make a great snake charmer. Come on, 5 minutes is all I need.
Well, maybe. But
Come on.
it's your harebrained scheme. You do the talking.
There we go. Doing it or what? I'd have to talk to her first. There we are.
My girlfriend has a favor she wants to ask you, General.
for you, my dear, anything.
I've changed my mind.
Oh, no, you haven't. She's embarrassed about asking you for an interview, General.
An interview with me? Fabuloso!
Like your
Well,
teeth. How'd you get so
I-
fabulous teeth?
I want to write a story about you.
You hear that, Ronaldo? An exclusive glossy spread about your beloved general.
Si, Signor General.
Look after things here. I'm going back to my apartment and I don't want to be disturbed.
I'll get you for this, George Stobart.
Don't worry. If you're gone for more than a couple of hours, I'll come and get you.
A couple of hours?
Right, let's get a look at this map.
No, senor. The general said nobody must see that chart.
He won't know unless you tell him.
You don't know him, senor. He will worm it out of me as easily as he de-waxes his ear.
Okay, okay. I'd have to get rid of him. Would you take my friend to the ruins now the general's gone?
I'd be honored, senor.
Thanks. I'll go get her.
There we go. Wasn't so bad.
I've made the arrangements for your visit to the temple, Pearl.
Oh, that's just great, George. Why don't you come too, honey?
I'd love to, but right now I have to save the world.
Good. We do. We all save the world, George. Simple American. I won't say simple. I didn't mean that. Like Americans are simple. But he's just a normal guy,
sweetie,
saving the
I'm
world
looking for
every
an
day.
official guide to take me to the old pyramid.
For a lovely lady, I would go to the ends of the earth. For you, I will go as far as the pyramid and back. But what about your husband?
What he doesn't know won't hurt him. Let's go, Beanpole.
Beanpole. Nice.
As Pearl and Ronaldo set out for the ruined pyramid, I prepared to search the police station.
Oh, it just came through there. Everything then. We've got the whole police station now. We can check everything. We can look in this. Try and look in the safe, maybe. Try and pick that.
Geological
Look
survey
at other
map
stuff.
showing the land to the southeast of Quaramonte City. About 60 miles inland and upstream was an area marked Teoculcan. I had no need for junk mail.
Yeah.
The safe was undoubtedly locked. The filing cabinet was probably locked.
We pick it. Oh. Anything else? Use? I don't think so. But we can go in here now and talk to that prisoner, can't we? So. Fax machine was going off it then.
I'm George Stobart. You're Miguel the musician, aren't you?
Ex-musician, senor. My career is finished.
Going to jail could be the boost your career needed.
Senor, I would rather die than live with this shame.
Have you heard of a guy called Karzak?
Yes. The old man spoke of him.
The foreigner? Professor Ubier?
That's right. This man Karzak is Ubier's boss.
Why is that noose hanging from the bars?
Ronaldo strung it up, for me to hang myself.
Lovely.
Don't cry for me, Senor Stobart. When I am dead, the goddess will take my soul to rest in paradise.
There was nothing I wanted to talk about
Got
right
it.
then.
After all that. Can we get him out?
He wouldn't be interested.
Or maybe can try and get him out of here now. We are definitely going to have to go back to the typing room though.
I had nothing else to ask him. There was a forlorn-looking guy. It was Miguel.
Yeah. Let's go back in that place.
I got a good look at that chart in the police station. It's a map of Quaramonte.
Does it tell us where Ubier is heading?
Yeah, a place called Teoculcan.
That's the site of the mine. I wonder why they're being so secretive about Ubier's plans. One thing's for sure. If the general's involved, they're up to no good. I'd like to talk to that musician Miguel. Take the detonator and get him out of that jail.
Yeah. Taking detonator. So fit it down your pants. Used to work on, I remember on the original you can double click to quickly leave areas. It would just leave instead of having to walk all the way over to the door. I don't know if it works.
Here is the detonator, Dwayne.
Keep your voice down, George. You want everyone to know. You'd best go and warn Miguel that the U.S. cavalry's
I know,
on
yeah.
the way.
Okay.
Just fit anything in him. Then, yeah, I haven't seen him take out the wrong pocket yet though. That's good. What did I just do? I forgot I missed that.
There was a forlorn... It was Miguel.
Got the detonator.
Hey, Miguel.
What is it? What is happening?
We're getting out of here.
Who's we? They've sent the Delta Force?
Nope.
The Impossible Missions Force?
Don't make me
Oh,
sick.
Dwayne's
Much
coming.
better.
Who then?
A retired greetings card salesman from Ohio.
I'm doomed.
You're not the only one.
I should have
Oh.
known you'd be trouble the moment I saw you.
Look, I can explain everything.
Get in that cell. Now.
And what if I refuse?
He'll shoot you.
Okay, here I am, going quietly into the cell.
Very wise. Not Americano scum.
One of the reasons I hate
Oh.
guns so much is the way they make people so damned impolite.
True.
I hope you're enjoying your vacation, Senor Stobart.
Go polish your weapon, Ronaldo.
This was part of your plan, right?
Well, in a manner of speaking, no. I was all out of ideas. It was up to Nico now.
So, here we are.
You've changed.
I thought I would slip into something more comfortable.
Oh, look at them eyebrows.
Stench of
Teeth and
cheap cologne
eyebrows.
rolled over me like tear gas.
So, what do you want to know about me? Ask and I will answer. I will deny you nothing. I am a very giving person.
How nice for your friends.
Move over.
Your eyes are glittering like stars.
This damn
Oh.
cologne was making my eyes water. I was running out of sofa.
As spirited as you are beautiful, I admire that.
As long as he admired it from afar. I
Everything.
didn't want to watch a lot of tawdry soap operas. I didn't want the lava lamp.
You're not. Just that, what an attitude that is. You're just looking at it. You're just assuming that just that I want to take everything.
I didn't want the picture. Is that a lava lamp?
Sure, it's more impressive in the dark. I'll close the blinds.
No, no, don't do that. Not on such a beautiful day. Who's the guy with the hat and the fat
What?
cigar?
My mother.
Yeah,
love
true.
that
Right
lamp.
click to look at things, left click to take
yeah,
them.
Cool, no?
Oh yeah.
It was a portrait
There we
of
go.
the general's terrifying mother. A lava lamp, hip
That's
in a
better.
retro way. I had no doubt the general thought it was hip, full stop. Cutting-edge technology in 1978, at any rate. I didn't want to watch a lot of tawdry soap operas.
Yeah, ridiculous.
I'd run out of things to talk about.
Just leave now, do you?
I had to keep him talking. But what about? We had nothing in common. I'd run out of...
Yeah.
I didn't want... A lava lamp. Hip. I had no doubt the general thought it was...
I'm skipping dialogue I've already seen.
Technology in 1978, at any rate. It was a portrait...
Oh, there.
A stuffed swordfish. Big fish. Catch it yourself?
Catch it. Fishing poles are for children.
Then how did... Are those bullet holes?
2 magazines on full automatic. It put up quite a fight.
Nice. Here we are. What is that?
Mom! What is going on here?
Nothing, Mom. I was...
I'm in uniform. And when I'm in uniform, it's...
Madame la Presidente. Sorry, Madame la
Oh, the
Presidente.
Presidente.
Now, what is going on here?
Nothing, Madame la Presidente. I was just showing my friend Nico some of the cool stuff I've got.
Hi.
Good afternoon, señorita. And just what are your intentions toward my son?
Intentions? We were just talking.
How nice. She has good bone structure, Raoul. Has she any brains?
She's a reporter.
Is she? And what sort of questions has she been asking?
I'm a freelance photojournalist. I do lifestyle features.
For what sort of magazines?
It looked safest to play dumb with good bone structure. Haya, Lifestyle of the Super Rich and Vainglorious, Envy Magazine,
Excellent! Raoul, you've chosen well for a change.
It was pretty obvious who pulled the strings around here. I hope George was making good use of the time I was buying him.
No.
And when you were in this band of yours, you used to play that song for 2 hours?
Yeah, we were really famous at our college. Still, ours wasn't as good as the original version.
I have never heard that song before, yet I have no doubt that this must be true.
Hey! Psst! Hey, George!
Dwayne Henderson. Boy, am I ever glad to see you. Get to the American consul and tell him I've been imprisoned without charge.
Get real, George. He was the previous occupant of that cell you're in. We're gonna have to use good old American know-how to get you out of there.
Uh-oh.
That, and this truck full of explosives I've got here.
Dwayne, listen to me. You'll kill all of us.
You're such a naysayer, George. It'll go like clockwork.
Let's get us out. Yeah, just blow it up.
Negative
Blow the wall up.
to negative. It's positive to you gotta get the bare copper wire here. Let me just, damn. All right, I'll just hook that up. All right, there we go. Okay, Just a minute. I've got to get to a safe distance.
Quick, Miguel, hit the mattress.
You have strange customs up north.
Here we go.
Too late.
Are we
Wow.
dead yet?
Horse shit.
What happened to the explosives?
There ain't no explosives. My dumbass supplier must have given me organic fertilizer instead of chemical. All I got here is 400 pounds of lightly fried horse apples.
That's a lovely image, Dwayne. Never mind, I'll think of something.
This. Give us the
I
noose.
couldn't reach the noose.
Remember that.
Listen to me, Miguel. You give me that rope and I'll get us out of here. Is there somewhere you can hide from the General?
Of course. My friends have a boat ready to take me upriver. But how are you going to break out of here with just a short piece of rope?
I'm not sure, but I'll think of something.
Then get the rope.
If your plan doesn't work, will you let me
And
hang
tie it to the
myself in
window
peace?
and then pass it to Dwayne. I believe that's the strategy.
I had nothing else to... Hey, Dwayne, I want you to tie this rope to your truck and then drive forward. I'd had no idea whether this was really going to work, but I'd seen it in a black and white Western. Of course, Hopalong was using a horse and Dwayne had a 4-ton truck, but hey, the principle's sound.
Anything you say, George.
Please forgive my mother. She can be a little difficult.
Oh, my feet. Raoul, propose, you idiot.
Don't mind her. She just wants grandchildren.
Don't think I can't hear you, Raoul. I want the worthy successor, and you're not it. Propose now, or I'll do it for you.
Look, Nico, we haven't known each other very long, but...
Just in the nick of
What the hell was
time.
that?
I didn't know what was going on, but Georges had to be involved in it somewhere.
He is.
I ain't gonna say a thing, 'cause that sweet sound of falling masonry says it all.
Quick, senor, the river.
Come on.
Huh? Wait, what about Nico?
Georges, what have you done? You only had to sneak a look at the chart, and it's turned into World War III.
No time to explain. Come on.
Don't move, terrorist scum. You talking to me, Junior? Yes, I'm talking to you, fat man. And my name's not Junior.
Fat man.
A word to the wise, Junior. You carry on waving that pea shooter in my face, and the next person who sees it is gonna be your proctologist. Savvy? General, I am happy to report that I have apprehended the terrorist.
You idiot, not them. The other American and the French woman. They're the ones.
Right, that's the one. Go, 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 go. Hey, we made it. Oh, it'll skip them. Really loud all of a sudden.
When I recovered consciousness, I was alone, washed up on the riverbank. My head was aching fiercely, and my mouth tasted like a swamp. but I followed the sound and
Oh yeah, I
discovered a
remember this
tree
bit.
house in a nearby
I forgot
clearing.
about it until now, but I remember this bit. Alright, let's we haven't saved it for ages, have we? So save the game, overwrite. Cool. So how about 47%, about halfway through. Almost halfway through. I'm going to take a small break, very small break, back break, and come back and we'll carry on with this little nice place here. Doesn't it look lovely? Yeah, so we've escaped the prison, that was good. And then blew the wall off, well, tried to blow the wall off, didn't work. And then tied a bit of rope to it and pulled it off anyway, so that was good. And now we're here. Right then. Let's turn this music down. And I will be right back.
Everything's real in between you. I can feel you. Make me number one. Put me in your avatar. Let me feel your primal power. Only me and only him. And all the rest cannot come in. Let me stroke your ego hot. Because you know we'll never fight. Sail with me. They're gonna love your disease. Listen up now, I can tell you all those guys you knew so well. They laugh at you behind your back. They take your life and paint it black. See with me. They're gonna love your disease. You're my greatest friend. With me to the end. Make me number one. Let those thoughts inside your head. Love them better when you're dead. Gonna climb up to your highest tower. Monetize your finest hour. I'll sacrifice your ego high. 'Cause you know we'll never fight. Say with me. They're gonna love your disease. You think too much, the sky turns grey. You're tired, you're cold, and you see it's all been said. Can't face another day. The pain that comes from getting older every day just fills you with such dread. Your time is gone and you just can't see the way. You feel you might as well be dead. You remember just how much you love her. You walk around the streets, you're feeling in a daze. You just want life to let you be. You cry at night, your dreams are always in a haze. You feel too blind to ever see. You remember just how much you love her. You see the beauty that is everywhere around, the hope and life that you have made. The evenings here at last, so delicate in sound, no longer feel afraid. Now you remember now just how much you love her. Now you remember now just how much you love her.
Okay, right. Oh, hello. I'm back. There's music back on. Out there. Bit loud, wasn't it before? I'll put it down a bit. Don't know if it's. I don't know if it comes loud from you. It's in my headphones. It's so loud, the music. Cool. Right then. Let's pick all the things.
That vine rope could be useful.
Could be. Probably
Machine
is.
was broken. It would have been a shame to tamper with the elegant bridge.
Oh yeah, we got to mess about with this. I know what we've got to do. We got to set a fire to get his attention.
The iron
He's
rim
playing
of the
organ.
water wheel would have torn the skin from my fingers if I touched it.
So what I will do, in my headphones now. I want just to speak shuffle. Okay. That's good then.
The iron rim of the water wheel. The water wheel had been built to provide a natural source of power. The wheel had a rim of roughly beaten iron. A wooden box was connected to the nearby water wheel. It seemed to be working just fine.
Good.
It was a pile of damp leaves. It was a pile of damp leaves.
Yeah, good. That's it. So we get that. I remember.
It was heavy. I guess that was
We
intentional.
can put that in there. Well, something to do with that anyway. Oh, is that
It
over
seemed
there?
to be
That
working
was it,
just
yeah.
fine.
I know what we've got. Kind of.
The stones were too heavy to turn by hand. The vine provided a drive belt to connect the two stones.
Okay. I feel like we do need some of that. Dry out.
It was a pile of damp leaves.
You have it? Oh.
Now I had the contraption working.
Good.
It was a pile of... It was a pile of...
Oh.
It was a water wheel.
Wet the. Something to do with that, wasn't it? Like wet, so to wet something. I can't remember.
Perfect for a game of poo sticks.
Oh shit.
The contraption consisted of a crude... The machine was broken.
All the way over there for that. Let's just use all our items, I think, then. On stuff. What to do? Coal. Starts fires, right? Come on. Think. I don't want to keep using the panties. The worm. Oh. What was that I could pick up? What was that? None of this rubbish. That had something, didn't it? Yeah. Why?
The cone was ideal as a makeshift container.
Right. What are we putting in there? What can't I see? How can I click that? Might have to click that. Might click under now.
It was a pile of damp leaves.
Take the leaves.
It seemed to be working just fine.
Okay. Use everything on the head. See, I'm sure it's got a... What am I doing? Oh look,
I placed the newspaper clipping over the damp leaves.
there you go, just use everything. Yeah,
It was a pile of damp...
there's the newspaper. Yeah.
It seemed to be working just fine. It was a pile of damp leaves.
What? Good. Oh, something goes on there then. What? Use everything on that. Sat down.
The cone was ideal.
Yeah. Not that. I know it's not going to be any. It's been so long since I played, I just can't remember. No. No. Not any of this. Yeah, I think you set the leaves on fire, but what do I use?
It was a pile of damp leaves.
Do something on this. Maybe. I know. I remember it's something really quite random, isn't it? Yeah. How? I'm just doing random. Just yeah. Gotta be something to do with this. Water wheel. Right. There. See, I remember this as well. Now I've done it. I remember. Oh yeah, that's it. I just.
A shower of sparks cascaded onto the leaves.
We did it though. Thanks. Thanks for the hints.
Quick, man, put out that fire. I've got a sick woman up here.
Sorry, Father, but I needed to attract your attention.
Out. Ruined the bush. Sorry, mate.
Who are you? And what do you want?
My name is Stobart, George Stobart.
I'm Father Hubert. I don't suppose you speak French.
Huh? Why do you want to know that?
I found a young woman with a fever by the river this morning. The poor girl is close to death, and there's nothing I can do for her but pray. I don't understand her, but I think she's speaking French.
Hang on. That must be
Hey.
Nico. That's my girlfriend you've got in your treehouse. What's the matter with her?
She's been bitten by a venomous
Good
But
one.
can't you do
I don't
something
think George
for
is a
her?
fan of
There's
Bush
a
anyway.
cure, isn't there?
I ran out of penicillin and morphine years ago, but the local people speak of a root which they believe will counteract the poison.
What are you doing out here in the jungle?
God's work. Not quite the destination I had in mind when I set out, but I don't know what they say. Mysterious ways and so on.
You didn't plan to end up here?
No. I was on my way to the miners' camp in the north. I was stuck here when my boat capsized.
Oh, we've got
on
to
the
find
river.
that route, go
That's
to that other
exactly
camp,
what
haven't we?
happened to me. How long have you been here?
11 years.
Where can I find this route?
I don't know. But maybe the shaman of the village can tell us.
Will you show me the way to the village?
Me? Oh, but I can't.
Can't? Nico's life depends on it.
You're right. Of course I should, despite my own guilt and shame.
Get on with it, come on.
But I can't go as a representative of God with a creased collar.
A creased collar? You mean you put your personal attire higher than
Oh,
a
right,
regular
yeah, we
sick
put his
woman?
collar in
I will
there.
not go
I
that
get it,
way
yeah, there we go.
in anything but my best.
Give me your collar. I'm sure I can find a way to press it.
Thank you, my son. In the meantime,
Then we got to wet
I
it,
must
haven't we,
contemplate my
first?
sermon.
There was obviously more than a creased collar bothering the priest.
Fit this collar on the water wheel.
Father Hubert wouldn't have appreciated it
All right.
if I'd ruined his
Oh.
collar.
Fair enough. Oh, that's what we had to do. I remember wetting something on the water wheel. Let's just stick it in here. What was the route?
So there I
Wasn't
was,
it? The route.
hundreds of miles from civilization, doing the housework for a priest. It's a strange world.
Would George have worked if he was written to be British? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. I like that he's American and that he's sarcastic. It's a really nice mix. Because they're not known for their sarcasm, and I think the accent
Press
and
worked
things like that.
surprisingly well on the
He's
collar.
just really that's like a bit smarmy, isn't he? But I like him. I think if he was British, he would come across as arrogant with the same dialogue.
Here's your collar, Father.
Thank you, George. You probably think it a little odd of me to make such a fuss.
Oh no. If I've been living in the jungle for
I do
11
actually.
years, I'd be completely
I do
screwed
think
too.
it's odd.
Screwy? Yes, perhaps I am. Ever since my last visit to that village,
Do you want to tell me what happened at the village?
I forgot my vows. I let myself be overwhelmed by
Why
the
so serious?
beauty of this unspoiled paradise, and in a moment of weakness, animal passion reared its rampant head.
You know, you should be writing romantic novels.
Hmm.
Did you experience some kind of a physical liaison at the village?
Yes, I'm ashamed to admit it, but I found myself doing the monkey dance.
I've never heard it called that before. And I didn't want to pry any deeper into Hubert's murky past.
Let's
Now
get
you've
this
got your
route, come
collar
on.
Back, will you take me to the village?
Come on, dying
I
up
still
there.
not finished my sermon.
Look, Father, I still don't know why you're so reluctant to visit that village, and it's none of my business. Whatever the reason, it can't be more important than saving Nico's life.
You're right. I must be crazy. We must make haste if we're to reach the village before nightfall.
By the time we reached the village, it was sunset.
Hello, boys. Glad to see you're still wearing the underpants. What?
They're the best Christmas present we ever had, Father. Mine are too tight.
Well, we all have our cross to bear. This is George. He has a request to make. I'm afraid I can't stay. Good luck, George.
That's it.
That's a
Thanks for
relief.
that.
I never feel comfortable with him about. Me neither.
Hmm.
These damn pants keep riding right up my butt.
So, what do you want?
My girlfriend has been bitten by a snake.
So, everyone in my family has been bitten by snakes.
I was bitten by a dormouse once.
She's real sick. I hoped your wise man might have medicine.
Wise man? You must have the wrong village.
Father Hubert said there was a wise man in the village who could help me.
Ooh, he must mean the old man, the shaman.
Are you going to stand by and let my girlfriend die?
Of
Get
course
back.
not. What do you think we
He's
are,
so tough.
savages?
We'll start the preparations for a cremation feast.
I'd like to see the shaman, please.
You can't just go walking in there and demand to speak to the shaman.
Why not?
You have to observe the protocol. The shaman demands tribute.
Tribute? You mean like a gift?
That's right.
The eternal question. What do you give a man who has everything? Give me a clue. What kind of things does your shaman like? Does he have a hobby, a favorite sport?
You insult us. The shaman lives on a higher plane.
Oh, right. Maybe a book would be more suitable. Or a jigsaw puzzle? Don't you just hate choosing presents for people you don't know? Here,
biscuit.
he'll like these biscuits.
If you say so.
Ooh.
He liked the biscuits,
Huh.
especially the black ones.
Nice.
He wants to know if you've any more.
I remember. I think. Take this. I've just got the mouse one. Here, let me take.
I put my lucky piece of coal in the empty box. Here, I found some more of those biscuits for the shaman.
Oh, excuse me.
I'll give them to him. The shaman didn't want the black rock.